Coming up on TLDR from GeekWire, the first ever shareholder meeting for American taxpayers, the world's biggest plane, and what's up with Jeff Bezos and his new social media persona. From GeekWire, it's TLDR, your daily rundown on all things tech. Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. Our first story today has to do with former Microsoft CEO Steve Ballmer. This morning, he held the first ever shareholder meeting for American taxpayers. The meeting focused on the government's latest annual results, as well as its progress against its mission statement, as stated in the preamble to the Constitution.
Government's supposed to establish justice and ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare.
The meeting was streamed live from Seattle by USA Facts, Ballmer's nonpartisan nonprofit. A goal of the organization is to give American citizens the tools and data to analyze the government's performance in the way a savvy investor would analyze a company.
What does it mean, the American dream? I'll talk about that, but it's certainly important for securing the blessings of liberty. Mobility, perhaps to me, is the most important number. What is the probability of a child who's born into the bottom 20% of moving out of the bottom 20%? And you can see again, for African Americans, that number is about 63%, and for Asians, that number is about 82%. And if things were all fair, that number would be about 80%, or if they were all even, if you will.
In other news, Strata Launch, the space company of Microsoft co-founder Paul Allen, says it's on track to conduct the first test flight of its airplane this summer and use it to send rockets into orbit as early as 2020. Now, this isn't just any airplane. This thing is huge. Its wingspan is the widest in the world at 385 feet. That's longer than a football field and almost twice as wide as a Boeing 747's wings. It would be able to carry up to 550,000 pounds of rockets and payloads under the center of the plane's wings. The payloads could be things like small satellites for commercial, government, or military use. And when the plane reaches an altitude of about 35,000 feet, the rockets would be dropped from the mothership, fire up their engines, and then go to orbit. Allen and his Strata Launch team want getting into space to eventually be as easy as scheduling a trip from LA to Washington, D.C. And finally, can we just take a minute to talk about Jeff Bezos and his new social media persona? He's been flexing on the gram a lot recently. From posting a photo of himself lying down on his kid's giant panda, to posting a picture from his family outing to watch Rampage, with the caption, "I love Dwayne Johnson." The Amazon CEO has been opening up more of his personal life to his social media followers recently, and I've got to admit, I've always kind of wondered what the richest man in the world does in his spare time. Well, over the weekend, we found out that he spent a rainy morning making pancakes for what's basically Seattle's equivalent of the royal family, Seahawks quarterback Russell Wilson and singer-songwriter Ciara. It seems like he's been on a mission to dominate all the things, from online shopping to space travel to cloud computing, and now it looks like Bezos is on his way to becoming the next must-follow social media celeb as well. Well, that's all we have for today. Make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel so you won't miss an episode, and you can also add TLDR as a daily flash briefing on your Alexa device. I'm Starla Sampaco. Thank you so much for watching TLDR. I'll see you tomorrow.